The Undertaker is one of the new characters alongside the Scholar making their debut in the new Elden Ring Nightreign DLC that can be an absolute juggernaut on the battlefield. This is the kind of character that is perfect for you guys who just want to hit things really hard while also having a little flavour of magic. So let's check her out, and we'll start with the Codex. If we check her stats, you'll see that while she has no S level scaling in any statistic, she does have an A in both Strength and Faith, as well as a B for HP, making her more durable than some when getting into melee range, while all the other stats are C or below. This is really useful to know when it comes to magic, because things like staffs, you're going to be a little bit more underpowered. You have to make sure you go with things like seals. Now we will go over equipment that works well on her shortly, but first I want to dip into her abilities. Her passive ability is Confluence, and this allows you to activate your Ultimate Arts ability within a small window once one of your teammates activates theirs. Your ability will flash purple, and this is your trigger to use it before the window ends. Her second ability is Trance. Now, once activated, you will see that the Undertaker also becomes ghostly with an ethereal cloak. Doing this has multiple benefits, and is essentially the bread and butter of playing this character. Her running speed will become sprinting without consuming stamina, saving this for attacks. Her dodge will become a dodge step, and her toughness and combo power increases. However, if the Undertaker has a full art gauge, then her attack power becomes increased, her movement speed is increased, and much like Wilder, she is capable of dodging a lethal attack. Therefore, this is something you want to trigger as often as possible. The Undertaker's ultimate art ability is Loathsome Hex, which when used causes her to pull a bone out of her body to dash through the air, attacking enemies in her path or slamming into a boss. Now please be aware, you can get caught on things like trees or whatnot, so make sure you're in open space. But the dash on this has some really good range, and it's a pretty great ability to use to close down distance or to get close to allies who become downed to raise them. Let's go over weapons now, and as you can see, the Undertaker has a preference for hammers. So, with scaling in Strength and Faith, this opens your options to both melee capabilities as well as ranged incantations using seals. So weapons to look for are the Coded Sword, with its S in Faith scaling, Great Swords and Great Axes, as these have scaling in the Strength of A. Weapons such as the Great Omen, Killer Cleaver, or the Rusted Anchor work well too, and hammers and clubs will work as well, meaning things such as the Rotted Battle Hammer, as well as the Rotten Great Axe will work really well to spread stats effects like Rot. This also means, as I said, with the S in Faith, using seals, as you can see here, is also a must. So for this, I would find spells that you're comfortable with, the Black Flame being my personal choice. Now let's go over relics, and there's a few really good options you can use in this case. I think some things to really focus on are going to be things that increase your faith or strength. For example, as you can see here, the Polished Grizzly Scene has a strength +2. You could also look for things that improve incantations if you're wanting some ranged capabilities, as again, improved Godslayer incantations, and in turn this will pair very nicely with things such as the Dark Knight of the Wise, which will increase your maximum FP, your FP restoration upon successive attacks, and max FP for each Sorcerer's Rise unlocked. Meaning you'll have more FP to be able to use, you can regen your FP to throw around those incantations as much as you desire. Taking things that will boost your endurance as well is a really worthwhile pickup. For example, using your Great Hammers uses a lot of stamina, especially for your heavy hitting charged attacks to help land those staggers. The more endurance you have, the less you're going to be able to not dodge and take less damage. This also means in turn you'll be able to deal more damage as you'll be able to do more successive attacks, and if this is the sort of setup you're going with, successive attacks will restore FP and you get a nice little cycle going. Relics that will also increase your resistances, such as fire damage negation based on the boss you're taking on, is also worth looking into. The Undertaker isn't quite as tanky as Wilder or Raider, so this can be a really worthwhile thing to pick up to just become more durable. So that is my guide to the new Undertaker class. I really hope this guide has helped. If it has, please drop the episode a like, it helps me tremendously. Now enjoy some of this gameplay of the new class in action, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, it helps me tremendously. Regardless, I really hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.